Is the Davos agenda really that evil? The annual meeting of the World Economic Forum is finally here, and we are all ears to know about this. Is it a hit or a miss at revolutionizing the world's most concerning issues? Or is it a mere eyewash to the people, a gathering of the renowned personalities with empty promises of "we're the change"? To delve deeper into this echo of reality, let's dive into the events and happenings of the meeting, which took place in May 2022 in Davos of Switzerland, where nearly 2,500 leaders talk on the global issues of the current world, including the ongoing global pandemic, the war in Ukraine, geo-economic shocks, and climate change. History of the World Economic Forum. The WEF was founded in 1971 by Klaus Schwab, a business professor at the University of Geneva. First name, the European Management Forum. It changed its name to the World Economic Forum in 1987 and sought to broaden its vision to include providing a platform for resolving international conflicts. Motto of the WEF. WEF promises entrepreneurship in the global public interest and states economic progress without social development is not sustainable, while social development without economic progress is not feasible. They hold an annual meeting every year in this cause. Why is the Davos 2022 agenda a missed opportunity at globalization? Going through the fluffed-up speeches of the economists speaking at the Davos 2022 forum, a lot seemed off place. The Davos agenda speaks about putting the right people in the right place at the right time. A shallow ideology that if we eliminate the wrong people, global solutions will magically appear, with no emphasis on the diversity of the values of people. The meeting, which has been happening for over generations and yet always sees the decline of the global economy and no changes. A showcase of how people in organizations with tons of money at exposure are clear and unmasked, thinking only about the general people, whereas statistically always sees data being sold and manipulated. What else is it apart from keeping climate change and national issues as a backdrop to resolve their own wrongdoings? A promise from Klaus Schwab of a great reset and "you will own nothing and be happy." This is what is told by people who basically want to own everything. I mean, seriously, it really makes one wonder as to why such mass gaslighting is being enforced so casually. It's more like "you will own nothing and WE will be happy." Don't you guys think so? Let us know what you think about this in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. The official talks about not owning private vehicles for controlling pollution while the speaker rides his limousine is not funny anymore. Talk to a homeless unfortunate person about owning nothing and one would understand how fake it is. It's more like a toxic positivity of, "Hey, look at us. We're standing here. We would make everything right. We control the economy. We do nothing but speak. We strongly believe in democracy. But we expect you to change your lifestyle, your priorities, to change the world. Otherwise, no, you're the bad guy." To enforce the drastic reset that's being spoken of, the entire world needs to break and rebuild, which is scary enough. It's the same repeating of rich people pretending to be commoners and understanding their situation while exempting and imposing taxes and funds on them. It's scary how even a job doesn't assure financial security anymore. The WEF also states about collecting data for a greater cause of helping the environment. Talk about irony. It's rather a slow way of sliding the masses into the system. Moreover, where do we find transparency in the WEF when an organization which is completely working in the shadows is to be trusted for world phenomena? It says a lot about the upcoming future. It's very much the same as keeping the minds engaged to prevent them from being enraged. The stigma of blindfolding and gaslighting is approaching sky-high limits. It's openly stated in the meeting that the system of carbon footprinting can monitor where people are traveling, what they're eating. It's surprising how they can come up with spying and invasion of basic right to privacy with such a good excuse of betterment. We're reduced to the position of guinea pigs. Gifting of carbon credits to encourage good behavior seems familiar to domesticated slaves. This is the very old Hitlerian dictatorship, but with secrecy. Well-designed tuxedos in polite language. WEF talks about the heavy reliance of technology. Technology has its own beauty, but first and foremost, we're humans. Imagine a world where everyone is a robot, working and being by themselves. Depression and mental health issues for loneliness are way more common than we know. Will technology ever be able to equate a human with a soul? What will be the beauty of creation when we'd lose our social skills and depend on AI to resolve our loneliness? It always starts as a responsible promise, which ends up to white lies. Global leaders at the WEF pushed solutions to problems that either don't exist or are vaguely significant. They can talk hours about how the pandemic was an issue, but not how poor handling of the situation was the actual downfall. Because nobody would assume responsibility for the situation. Leaders stay shut about solutions again and again. That we shoulds are barely changed to we dids. It's high time that the whitewashes of capitalism and dirty politics stop. How long are they going to nag about the same issues over and over again? Before we dive into a more pressing question, how are you liking the video so far? If you're enjoying it, then do us a favor and hit the bell icon and get notified updates. Where do we stand right now? The entire world is left with nothing but a smoky aperture of what's the truth and what's the right. It genuinely makes people wonder, yet again, will things really ever change for the better? Will any solution ever come up, or are we slowly going to get trapped for the worse? All the sci-fi movies that we see, are we slowly and steadily approaching there? How much do we actually know about our privacy? How much control do we even have in our lives? How do we know that as we're sitting on our couch, watching videos, someone is not monitoring us? Are we ever safe? Times are changing. We know nothing till the next meeting happens. All we need is the voice of reason to overpower the tyranny. As it said, action speaks intentions. Do let us know about your opinions. Alright now, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.